What does NFL data say about recent changes in death rates? Anecdotally, there are a lot of cardiac arrests occurring in elite athletes. But tracking severity and incidence of illness is prone to error and manipulation. Death rates, on the other hand, are pretty difficult to tamper with, which is why this channel uses them so much in our analyses. So, are the NFL athletes dropping dead at an increased rate? We used the in-memoriam archive to compare the death rate of NFL players now to pre-COVID periods. The data shows that young players are not dying at a massively increased rate in the last 2 years. According to the data, 2016 was more dangerous for the 40 and under age group than was 2020, 2021 or 2022. Bear in mind, players may be getting injured at a higher rate. But according to the records, they are not dying at an increased rate. So that wraps it up? It would be great if it did. But the data also shows a very disturbing trend. Because the NFL data shows an extraordinary increase in death rates in the middle-aged groups. NFL data is interesting because these are elite athletes. They were at one stage of their lives, extremely fit, and capable. NFL data thus does not include the likely sick or moribund who you'd expect to die early. The data shows that middle-aged people are dying at an increased rate compared to the expected rate from the last 30 years of data. The data shows that in 2021 and 2022 there was a large change in death rates in the group aged 50 and over. In contrast, the 2020 data only exceeded the expected rate in the over 75 age group. Standardizing by age allows us to calculate the estimated density function of the death rates for each group. We can use this to calculate how abnormally high or low the rates in a particular year were for each age group by comparing to the 5-year average. Both 2021 and 2022 have significant positive deviations. As you already know, you should always be wary about extrapolation from small count statistics, since lower counts are more prone to random perturbations. However, the pattern shown in the NFL data exactly matches the pattern we have previously shown in the UK data. 2 data points do not make a conclusion. But 2 countries showing the same changes in death rates at the same time is enough to indicate that something very, very odd is going on. Living in the freedom-loving West, and not in the CCP, means we can freely discuss the possible causes. Oh, sorry, slipped back to 2019 there for a second. Of course, censorship will not allow us to state what the possible causes of the change in death rate might be. Perhaps, though, something happened in 2021 which altered death rates in the UK and the USA at the same time? If that is the case, remember then the guilt rests on every government official who pushed for mandates, on every policeman who enforced them, and on every vacuous soul who applauded their own moral superiority and cried for more restrictions on the unvaxxed. Those who trample on human rights in the service of their fear should pay the price. Because if you do not hold them accountable, they will do it to you again. Be kind to each other. FTS.